What's up, YouTube? It's CJ. Bring you guys an update on the project tank. Finally got the PVC glued and water tested the system. So I'm gonna let you guys know what I found out, and hopefully, anyone new to it like me, you can use this video and learn from it and improve on it. Definitely some room for improvement, but you get the idea. But let's start off with the way I got it set up. Use the Herbie overflow system. Basically, an emergency drain, this top one, and the siphon drain. Now, the way you create the siphon with a valve, gate valve, ball valve, gate valve probably a lot better, but this is the budget tank, so I went cheap. Just normal ball valve. Basically restricts the water flow enough to where it purges the air out, and you get a full siphon all the way down. Now, I built this sump to fit the skimmer section, and then to give me plenty of room on the return side, and it's working pretty good. You can't hear a thing. System's running right now. Basically comes to this first compartment, over the top, down through the bubble trap. This keeps any bubbles from getting past this second stage right here. Back up, over top of the wall. I got this actually separated from this compartment here. This only gets flow from this side, so it actually has to come over the top, goes through a little strainer I got. I may end up raising this up so I can keep the water level up. Basically, this is just to keep whatever I put in here in here. I'm probably going to put some kind of microalgae, or I think Cheeto, or something in here to try to help my nitrates and phosphates and whatever else I'm going to be having problems with in my reef. At least that's the plan. But anyways, on to the next one. Runs over the top. You see it's a nice little stream. Now, I had to adjust this water level, of course, but this is the final result of how I'm going to want it to run, maybe a little bit higher if I had it my way. And then it back up through the return pump. Now, this pump, I got this valve and all of that stuff. The only thing I was going to need it. This pump is wide open. This Herbie overflow system, man, it can handle a hell of a lot of water. At least the siphon pipe can. Now, I use the union right above where the pump is. It actually is threaded into it. It's a 3/4 inch thread. Chose PVC over vinyl because I just wanted to try it. Honestly, vinyl would have been a lot easier, but I wanted to see if this pump can handle it. The guy I got it from, he had vinyl tubing. He had to throttle it back. He just had one siphon. I mean, I figured it would be enough power to run through PVC. Now, you do lose a lot of water flow whenever you do this. Now, using 45-degree elbows, it definitely helps. The more round you can keep the transitions, the better the flow, all the way up to the tank. As you can see, does pretty good. Water comes over on my overflow box, right below where my emergency drain is, and then the full siphon's down there. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. It's about 5 inches below. Now, pretty much this water level inside of here is adjusted by how much I close this valve. If I open it all the way up, water drains all the way down to where the main thing is. It's loud as hell. Pinching it off lets it raise right to about where the emergency drain is. That's where you want to keep it. You want to keep this drain dry, but if you end up with a little bit of a trickle, you can live with it. It'll be all right. It's a whole lot of trouble trying to get that thing adjusted perfect. Believe me, I tried it. The tank's been running for about 2 hours. I want to make sure I had no leaks, and knock on wood, nothing yet. So it's pretty good. But I just want to give you an idea what it looked like. I'm gonna run a couple of tests. Well, 3 tests you're supposed to run with a sump. One is if you're clogged, if your drain get clogged. 2, power outage. 3, if it can restart itself. So let's get to it. I'm trying to keep this video short. Power outage test. Pulling the plug. First thing that happens, back siphoning. Now, this could be a major problem, but in my case, I only have the return right below the water surface, so it breaks the siphon pretty quick. Second thing that happens, water drains out of my overflow box. Now, luckily, it's not the whole box that drains, because I got the main valve, let's say about this high. So it's only about from here to here that drains. I estimate that a gallon of water tops. Estimate this back siphon, maybe a quart. That may end up being more if I change my output nozzle. More of the story is, I'm safe. Still got about 3 inches of my sump of space. So if power outage happens, I'm good to go. Now, the way I kind of made sure of this when I first started it, I filled up my main tank, allowed it to overflow into the overflow box into the sump until the water level got right above where the pump was. Turned the power on, let the system run. Basically, making sure that nothing was going to overflow in my overflow box. And then I shut the system off. Watched the water level raise. It only raised to about right here, so I was like, cool, I got room to spare. Added more water to it. Ended up raising it to about right here. Turn the pump on. It drops back down from the return area. It was a little high, so I ended up removing a little bit of water. Basically, you know, get it to where you want it. So that's how I left some wiggle room. I may end up adding a little bit of water to it, extending these baffles up a little higher. You know, I feel like I'm wasting room in my sump, so hey, not bad for the first try, right? But let's on to the next test. We're gonna plug the system back up. Let's see if it can restart itself. First thing that happens, return area lowers, goes up to the main tank, goes to the overflow box, fills up loud as hell. Let's see how long it takes to get quiet again. Basically, going down the main pipe. Yeah, as soon as it's done purging air, pretty much lets me know it's almost ready. The drain itself isn't creating noise. Now I'm just waiting on the water to backfill up to where this emergency drain is, so I don't hear as much of a waterfall coming from this overflow box. And from the times I've tested it, it takes, you know, a couple of minutes. Then it kind of restabilizes itself, so there we go. Quiet again. Can't beat it. Test 2. Looking good on the 3. Most crucial valve test. Let's say something gets stuck on the main drain. Until I get me a emergency switch or float switch that kills my return pump, you know, a little sensor. I think Cyber Aquarius made a video about it, saving his life. I'm probably gonna get one of those, but until then, this is my only backup. So let's simulate a plug drain. It's gonna close off this whole valve. Boom. All right, water level's rising. Oh snap. There we go. Well, I tell you what, emergency drain is not on the full siphon. It's just gravity fed. But it's keeping up with it. Loud as hell. But I don't care. If it's an emergency situation, I would rather want to know about it anyway. So it's actually keeping up with it. Filling up the sump. Extra water volume in the tank is the reason why the return area has dropped down some more. But tell you what, it's working. I thought I could upsize that pump, but after seeing this, word advice I could say, even though your siphon can handle more, never get a pump bigger than what your emergency can handle. Because as you can tell, I don't have much room to spare on this thing. So I might end up leaving this system how it is. But good news is, everything checked out okay. So I'm gonna open up this siphon and drain a little bit, relieve some of that stress. I actually marked it the best I could to where I should have this this valve set to. Tell you what, having to adjust this damn thing and getting it quiet again is a pain, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'll tell you what, marking it helps. Already starting to balance back out again. So check 3 on the 3 tests. Alright, YouTube, this is pretty much it. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Like I said, I'm a novice when it comes to sumps, so this is a really simple 3-pipe system, straight from the tank to the sump, nothing else. So, you know, anyone new to it, I hope this video helped. But if you know, if you are more experienced, feel free to give me a shout, comment, like, subscribe. You know, do what you do. Give me some ideas on what I can do to improve this, especially some things I can do to silence that return pump. And I plugged in the skimmer for a second. Oh, it's really loud. So those are the two next problems I have to deal with. Look forward to some advice on that. But we'll keep it short and sweet. This thing's still balancing out. Don't need to show you that part. Y'all be easy.